give you everything I am. You give it back to me and more. We're gonna make our dreams come true and live a good life, good life, good life.
Today on Tamron Hall, not one, but two exclusives. They're one of the most talked about couples in Hollywood, and in an exclusive broadcast TV interview, Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors are here in their first interview together since getting married. They're sharing their relationship.
If I'm not clear, she just steadies the water, and that's a hard job to do.
And photos from their wedding that they've kept private until now, plus their desire to start a family.
This is all of me, like all of me. Can you love it? All of it. And to feel that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what we all hope for.
And now the newlyweds in business together, launching their new wellness and lifestyle brand, Honor Culture. And our favorite Love is Blind couple is here exclusively, just off sharing their life-changing news after a 4-year-long IVF journey. Lauren Speed Hamilton and Cameron Hamilton join us. Tamron Hall starts now.
Big conversation. Thank you for joining from home or wherever you're watching. Have a sit down. Let's launch into this. So today, we are diving into a conversation so many people have been waiting for. There is never a shortage of opinions when it comes to relationships, who you're dating, who you choose to marry. And today we have one of the most talked about couples in Hollywood right now, Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors. This is their very first TV interview together since getting married earlier this year in a private backyard ceremony officiated by Jonathan's own mother. Meagan has been dazzling audiences since her teenage years, from her breakout at age 14 in Eve's Bayou alongside Samuel L. Jackson and Lynn Whitfield, to beloved hits like Jumping the Broom, Anchorman 2, and her recent leading role in Prime Video's groundbreaking series, Harlem. But beyond roles, what Meagan has is this unforgettable way of living in her truth. She's always been private, but never hidden, balancing a Hollywood career with a desire to show up authentically. And that authenticity includes her marriage to Jonathan Majors, a love she calls different from anything she's ever known, a love that grew, as we all know, under the glare of public scrutiny. Together, the newlyweds just launched Honor Culture, a lifestyle brand rooted in growth, physical, mental, spiritual, all of it, they say. Take a look.
This is a passion project for us. It's a purpose project for us, and something that has come from our heart. And we wanted to give it to you because it's been such a blessing to us. And y'all showed up and showed out, so we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. We love you. Honor Culture, you guys have helped us start in earnest, and it's real.
Welcome, award-winning actress, executive producer, and newlywed, Meagan Good. Have a seat. Welcome.
Love you too. Thank you.
I wanted to say gorgeous. The fans have
Thank
approved.
Thank you.
You know, I wanted to bring you out first because I was so struck the other day. I was reading an article as Eve's Bayou approaches its 30-year anniversary. A transformational film. People to this day still debate the message and all of the controversy surrounding. You were 14.
I was 14.
14.
Yeah.
I know that you've talked about it a little bit, but not in great detail. This transformation from being a child actress to a grown-up actress is not an easy one.
No, it's not. It's definitely a journey. I think that for me, the blessing was that even though people may have been familiar with me, and in some ways, I guess you could say I was a bit of a household name, but I wasn't as big as like a Raven Simone or a Macaulay Culkin or something like that, which those kids were juggernauts, you know? And I think that the slow kind of steady climb allowed me to kind of get my footing and kind of grow up in front of everyone in a way.
So rather than it being this flame of baptism by fire, so to speak, you were able to just keep a steady foot on the gas, I guess you might say.
And then I've been able to recreate myself consistently, because I think sometimes what happens is once people see you in a certain character, they go, oh, that person's that forever.
Right.
Even though there's so many different things and everybody deserves to grow and change. But I've been able to recreate myself in my 20s, and then I had to recreate myself in my 30s, and then I've recreated myself in my 40s, and all of them
How old are you now?
44. 44. It's too good. The 40s are too good.
I get it. I get it. You know, that's embracing. That is embracing the authenticity.
Yes, y'all. Love our 40s. Okay.
You know, it's so interesting that you're in your now almost mid-40s. I guess 44 counts as mid. And you wrapped up 3 seasons of Harlem. And you said that playing phenomenal, groundbreaking show. Thank you. You said that playing Camille gave you clarity about motherhood.
Yeah.
That is so fascinating. This character, and then this age that you're at. What was it about that character that gave you that vision?
You know what's interesting is I knew that I wanted to be a mom, but I always felt everyone kind of going, well, when are you gonna be a mom? When are you gonna be a mom? When are you gonna be a mom? And I'm such a Leo that the more you push, the more I push back.
Right.
And so...
so you were pushing back at this notion that you were supposed to be a mom?
Yes, I was pushing back at the notion that society says this is what we're supposed to want to do and this is who we're supposed to be.
So you're reading that script, you're reading about this motherhood, and it's hitting a nerve with you. It's interesting, it was also at the same time that you were divorcing Devon Franklin, who, you know, you've been on the show before with as a guest on our show. Less about the relationship, but more about your mindset at the time. I read that you said it shook your faith, that even your trust in God's plan was questioned.
For sure.
Why did divorce make you question God's plan?
It's interesting because I think that my thought process is, you know, once you get married, you never get a divorce. You always, you know, figure it out. And I think that I still believe that, but I think I had a very religious mindset about it. And I think that over time I had to kind of unpack, do you just stay in a situation because you're supposed to stay in a situation, or do you go to God and allow God to do whatever God's gonna do? And in this situation, this is what happened ultimately, and it wasn't really something that I had decided. And so I kind of felt like, well, Lord, why would you let this happen? And ultimately, you know, I think it turned out to be a blessing for both of us.
Right, you moved on from that season of doubt, but here you are now. One headline, a marriage is ending. A year later, it is the headline of you and Jonathan Majors at this time in his life where you and I both know people thought, is this a publicity stunt? Is this real? Why is she? Meagan, wait a minute, Meagan Good, you are a prize. What are you doing here? Those are the things that were being said. I know you were aware of those things. How do you describe what that felt like? Because you are a woman of faith.
Yeah.
But you're real, and so much so that you said you've gone through seasons of doubt.
For sure. I try to be honest and transparent in every season that I'm in, which doesn't mean that I necessarily share everything, but that means that I am honest and transparent in it. And anyone who's met or spent time around Jonathan, they will see that he's absolutely a prize, too. One that I'm very thankful to have. But was I aware of things that were being said? Absolutely. But because we had met the way that we met, had became friends, began spending time together, and then once I literally was like praying about, like, Lord, am I supposed to be here? And God was like, yes, you're supposed to be here. For me, the biggest thing was, after that, because that was be here as a friend, you know? After that, when we ultimately fell in love, it's so undeniable, and he's so incredible, and he makes me so happy, and he loves me the way I deserve to be loved. But beyond that, I know who I am. I'm positive of that, and I know how God feels about me, and I'm not even fully aware of how much God loves me, but I do know that God is proud of me, and I do know that I'm authentic every single day, and I do know that I'm honest with myself every single day. And so if I'm doing that, everything that's supposed to come to me will, and thank God everything that's not supposed to come to me won't. Wow. You know?
Coming up, Meagan's husband, Jonathan Majors, joins our exclusive conversation for the first TV interview they've ever done together since their wedding. They're opening up about their marriage and their new business venture and what they've learned about love. We'll be right back.